if, so it's if and then in parentheses condition. Let's make a whole program here. So let's say A is 3 and B is 2. Okay, this is a 3. It's just really sloppy, so sorry about that. And we're going to do if A is greater than 2. Okay, then you have to have a curly braces because they have it there. And then you have to have a block of statements here. So if A is, oops, I didn't want greater than 2, I want greater than B. That's embarrassing. Act like that's a B there. Okay. If A is greater than B, then what do we want it to do? Let's have it display. Let's have it display A wins. Okay, the quote means it's just going to actually spit that out. Okay. If A is greater than B, display A wins. Okay, so act like this is a problem that you would see in class and you would have to answer it. So the question would be, what is output? What is the output based on the following code? So let's go through this whole thing. So if A is greater than B, you need to figure out if this is true or false. If you remember, this is a Boolean operator here. It's going to spit out whether it's true or false. Okay, A is greater than B, it's true. So this part right here is true. If true, okay, if it is true, so we're going to go through with it now. So if true, display A wins. So your final answer is just going to say A wins, and that's going to be outputted. It's literally as easy as that. Okay, let's say instead of A is greater than B, if A is less than B. So then you would have to think, is A less than B? You'd pull this out just like I did before. Whoops. Is A less than B? This would be false. Now it says if false, it's not going to run this. It's not going to display A wins. There is going to be no output. Okay. Nothing is going to be output to the screen here because it doesn't ever run this. The computer never even sees this. Well, I guess it sees it when it compiles it, but it never gets to it, basically. This is almost like the gatekeeper. It's like, whoa, hold on 1 second. Is A less than B? Nope, you're not getting in. You're not getting through. The computer's not processing this code. So there is no output on that. Okay. Let's do another one, only I'm going to add on an else to this. So let's do else. Okay, else needs curly braces as well. And let's say else display B wins, even though it could be a tie, but let's just do this for fun. Okay, so from here, it says else display B wins. If you run through this code in its entirety, this is how it's going to look. So you're going to say, is A less than B? No, false. So it's not going to run this at all. It will never get through to this. Okay, that's never run. But this does run because if this is false, this automatically is going to get run. Okay, so it's kind of like the fail safe. That doesn't work. Okay, then it's definitely going to do this. The output would be B wins. Oops. B wins. Okay. Now, there's one other possibility that we can do here. I mean, I guess there's infinitely many possibilities, but let's say, let me erase this. Let's go back to A is greater than B. Now, this is true. Okay, now that's true. It will display, oops, I guess I should just erase it. It'll just display A wins, and then it's never going to run this. Okay, this will never run because this if caught it. It's never going to go to it. It's never going to go to else because the if it did the if. Kind of almost like if you've had someone that go, you better do this or else. You know what I mean? You better clean your room or else you're going to be grounded, right? If you clean your room, the else is never going to happen. The grounding is never going to happen. So it's kind of like if else like that.